What's up, guys? My name is Andres. This is the Strong Family Money Show. Thanks for coming back. Today, do you want to know the different ways you can finance a property if you're a real estate investor? Stick around. I'm going to show you how to do that. Like I said, my name is Andres. This is the Strong Family Money Show where we teach dads how to take control and improve their fitness, their finances, and their families. So today we're going to go over the different types of financing that you can use to invest in your first or other investment properties. So it's important that you know these types of financing. You don't have to know all of them. You can get away with knowing a few of them because one, it's good to know as much information as you can when you go into a deal. Two, you might be able to, depending on what the deal is, combine a few of them so that you can get the deal completed. So first, the easiest way to purchase a property is an all-cash deal. So you save up money, you find a deal online or through networking, which I'm going to cover in another video, and you go and you plop the full price of the home down to buy the property. Most of the time, the deals that you can do with this require a lot of work on the back end. So yeah, you can find a home that's fairly inexpensive somewhere, and you can then buy it all cash, but you get what you pay for, and you may have to do a lot of maintenance work. Have a contractor go in and do a lot of revitalizing the remodeling the property. But that's one way to do it, and that's the easiest way because there's just you and the seller. You don't have to get other banks involved or other financial institutions involved to do that type of deal. So you just go in, plop the money down, the deal's done. Or you can do how most people buy their own home, which is a conventional loan. So you go in with some percentage as a down payment. Depending on your financial situation, you qualify for a certain interest rate on a certain term of loan. You go into a bank or a mortgage company, and you set this up with them, so that way with this down payment I can afford this much home because of my financial standing. So the big question is, would you, these are all hypothetical numbers, but would you rather buy one home cash for $100,000, or would you want to buy 5 homes with $20,000 down using some sort of conventional loan to purchase those 5 properties? So it all depends on what you want to do and how you want it to affect you personally in your finances. So, in that same token, if you can't buy $100,000 home cash, you can go and get a conventional loan with $20,000 down or some percentage down, and carry a mortgage on that home. And the best part about having a rental property is that you don't pay the mortgage, right? Your tenant pays the mortgage for you. So all you have to do is qualify for it. So technically, once you get your down payment back in rent, then the tenant pays the mortgage, and you get your money back, and you have an investment with technically all your initial investment already taken care of. So conventional loans, portfolio lenders. So these are lenders. So most of the time when you go to a bank, they are not using their own money. They're using the money of the people that use that bank as their savings or whatever. Portfolio lenders are lenders who use their own money to issue loans to people. As a result, they can lend money to more people faster. So they are like investors, right? They're using their money to get some return on the money that they lend out. So even though they make it easier, it may come with extra costs associated with it because they do want to ensure that they get their money returned to them, or they turn their profit on the money they lend out. So easier to qualify for because it's the person's money, but because it's easier, there are more overhead charges that you have to consider to use a portfolio lender. If you let's say you're starting out as a investor, and you don't have a lot of money to put down, you can use an FHA loan to buy your property. So the thing about FHA loan is they have a 3.5% down payment. The property has to qualify. It has to be livable, and it can't be too much of a fixer-upper. So, but you do have to live in the home. So the way people do it is, so they qualify for an FHA loan. They put the 3.5% down. They get a property that doesn't require much work. The loan does come with PMI because you are putting a low down payment down. And once you hit 20% of the cost of the home in your monthly payments, then that PMI goes away. So people, what people do is they find a multifamily home, duplex, triplex, fourplex. You live in one of the units that satisfies that requisite of the FHA loan, and you rent out the other 3 or whatever, 1 to 3 units in your multifamily property. That way, you get the benefit of having more than one property, and you get the benefit of having the low down payment in the FHA loan, and then you can then, if you want, sometime down the road, refinance into some sort of conventional loan so that you can then rent out that 4th or extra unit that you were living in, and you just rinse and repeat. So I'm going to have a lot more of these in the description, or the link to my website. I'll have the full blog post there. There are some that are pretty specialized, and not everyone can or probably will want to use them because they have a lot more requirements, or they're just a lot more difficult to execute. So these are just the easy ones that pretty much everyone can do. So owner financing. So if you find a property, and let's say that the person paid off the mortgage, it's their home free and clear. In some instances, if you can speak to the owner of the home, you can then say, I want to buy your home, but I can't, pay for it outright. Let's say that they, don't want to take on, a lot of the tax implications that fall into selling a home. Let's just say they want to sell it to you. They're basically turning to the bank, right? So they'll make you their own loan. They'll let you pay off the mortgage in monthly payments, whatever the selling price is that you and the owner think of, and you can then pay off the loan. You can then live in the home, save money until you can find some other sort of financing to then take over the home and then rent it out that way. Or if they let you, you can, this is all negotiable. You say, you want monthly payments. You don't want to be a landlord. So what we'll do is, you sell me the home owner financing. I'll make you a payment that we all agree on as an acceptable payment for their mortgage that you agree with them with. Then you find a renter that lives in the home. There's some margin from what the rent is and what your mortgage payment is to the what you want to call it, the owner of that's selling the property, and you basically keep the profit, and eventually you must then do some conventional way of then getting the home from them so that you can then carry on that rental agreement with your tenant. There aren't many people that do owner financing that will let you do 30 years or whatever. Most of the time it's just like a band-aid until you can find some other way to take the property off their hands. So it does happen. It does require some negotiating, but you can do owner financing, and that takes care of you having to go to a bank or mortgage professional to get your loan taken care of. Hard money lending. So there are people it's kind of like what was the other one I called portfolio lenders, but these people, their money is lent to you for a short period of time. So Let's say that you want to buy a home, you don't have the down payment. You go to this hard money lender. You say, I want this amount of money to make a down payment, so you can then do a conventional or whatever you're going to do. You have their money for some short period of time, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, right? And then you must then refinance the home or find some other way to pay them back their money with whatever interest rate. And again, these guys are in it to turn a profit on the money they lend quickly. They're not like a bank where they will let you have the loan for a long period of time, and then over the long period of time they make their money. These guys are like, you need money to do the deal now. We'll give you that money, but you have to, kick back this interest rate to us. You only get it for, 6, 12, 18 months. You got to figure out some other way to, no, they don't even care. They want their money back at that time. So hard money lenders, they're a good way to get money fast, but they cost money because they're a business, and you have to be ready to pay them back whenever the term says to pay them back. Okay. Home equity line of credits, a HELOC. If you own a home and you have equity in the home, you can go to the bank and say, I want to use my equity to go and buy another home. Totally normal procedure. Lots of people do it. So you might want to look into your home as a way to get money to then buy a rental property. So you go to the bank, they say, we'll lend you the money based on whatever equity you have in your home. And there's different ways to do it. Either some people do like a credit card type where you can use and pay money, or some people give you lump sum. Here's your equity that we think we can lend you on. You then use that equity to go out and do one of these other financial. That's why I say you might want to use or might have to use more than one financing strategy. But if you use your home to get money, you can then go out and purchase another home with that equity, because it's just sitting there, right? And if you might as well use it if it's just sitting there. Interest rates, depending on where you are and what financial institution you use, are pretty all right. But it's all use the equity you have in your home for something, and not have to wait until you sell the home to use that equity, right? But you have to use it responsibly. You don't want to get a HELOC and go on vacation or buy a sports car, right? You want to use this equity that you've gained over however long you've had your home for something smart, and why not use it for something that will make you money in the long run? So look into a HELOC. You can use partnerships. I mentioned in a previous video, if you don't have money but you have time, or if you don't have money you have skills, you can partner with somebody who has money, and you guys decide what the split is on whatever profit you're going to make. But you can go in with someone. So you're a contractor yourself and you want to get into real estate investing. Someone who's has money to help you do that, but they don't have time or skills to do it. You go say, hey guy, we're going to split everything 50-50. You're going to give me your money. I'm going to do all the work, and I'm just going to give you a check for half of whatever we're making on whatever interval we're going to make it on. A lot of people do this. If you want to partner more than one person, probably you won't make as much money as you do it by yourself, but you won't have as much responsibility if you do this with one or more other person or people. So that's a basic overview on how you can finance a rental property. Again, I'll have a link to my website with a few other ones that are a little more intricate, like your 401k or some other retirement accounts. There are other programs you can use or institutions you can use, but they're pretty specialized. But these are basically the ones that a majority of investors or people want to get into real estate investing use to purchase their first or multiple homes. So there you have it. If you have any questions, drop me a comment or send me an email. My information is in the notes, or if you're on my website, you can find the contact us and send me an email. My name is Andres. This was the Strong Family Money Show. Thanks for watching. Behind me, I have my books here. I got these on Amazon, or if you want to send me your email, I can email you a PDF of them. My Life Compass book, which is a collection of blog posts that I've used to help me, start businesses, get through some stuff, improve my life. And I have a first-time homebuyer guide. If you're a first-time homebuyer, it's just the complete process of what happens when you buy a home, right? How to find an agent. I'm a real estate agent here in Ventura County, so I summarize the process in this book. So link in the description if you want to buy it off Amazon. Send me an email, all right, and I can send you a PDF copy of the books. My name is Andres. This was a Strong Family Money Show. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.